Barring any sort of sexual trauma, a man making known his sexual attraction to you isn't a bad thing or something to get upset about, especially in these times where there's a growing number of both men and women who just out here for everybody. If you find yourself upset, it's probably because you're not really sure how to manage it. So you just need to learn how to redirect that energy and channel it to something progressive that's beneficial for you both. Should you decide, and if you decided this is something that you want to make yourself available for. If you're new here, I'm Monique Head. I am a pioneer on the topic of femininity for Black women on YouTube. I'm the founder of Feminine Influence Finishing School. I work with women who've been through some really tough stuff, and you turn to God to help you out, but you're still a little rough around the edges and you struggle with finding love because of it. So if you are ready to get what you have been praying for in love and life, stay tuned. Okay, so let's set the scene. So you have a date planned and you're really excited about it. You go on a date and it goes well. In fact, he asks you out for a second date, right? But you're not really sure. So you're excited that it's the second date, but yet you're not really sure because you're not sure if he just wants to get in your pants or if he really likes you for you. And so you're starting to think like, oh man, not again. You go on that second date and it's clear that he really does want to get in your pants, but it doesn't mean that he's not really into you as well. And even if, let's just say that he does want to get in your pants and you were kind of feeling him up until this point, right? You know, you feel deflated because you were really excited and now you're starting to think that all men are the same. You're starting to feel terrible and you really start to question and wonder, are you destined to be alone? Now listen, here's what I want you to catch, right? That even the best of men are men at best. And this is where your feminine influence comes into play. So I want to share with you on 5 tips how you can turn a man's sexual attraction into a healthy relationship should you decide that this is what you want. Step 1, you attract the man of your dreams through your confidence, through your charisma, and through your influence, right? So boom, you did it. You had a great date. It was all good. He seemed in the beginning to be a great guy, but then he started hitting you with all this kind of stuff. Maybe creeped you out a little bit, but you're just kind of tired of the sexual innuendo. But step 2, you have been showing up as your best self nonetheless. You are you. You are allowing yourself to be seen. You are allowing yourself to be open and receptive. And guess what? He sees that you're a woman who can move him spiritually because you have been using your spiritual tools that I've been teaching you. And so he sees that you are different than every other girl. Step 3. So remember, he's still, even the best of men are men at best. He's still a guy, right? So his feelings are going to tell him, hey, we should have sex. Remember, I want to say something else, but I'm going to keep it PG. Step 4. Now your influence, because you have been showing up, you've been using your spiritual tools. You've been raising his spiritual standard. You have been asserting yourself. Your influence at this point will already be firmly planted in his head. And he's going to think, if I pluck this flower right now, it won't grow. And because of this is leading to step 5, where you set up the relationship in a way that is beneficial to the both of you, where you are expressing yourself, you're putting him in choice. You're not creating obligation, right, and beating a man down and chip away into his spirit, but you're really inspiring him. You're impelling him to step up to the plate because you're different. You're different than every other girl, and he sees you as precious, just like my husband saw me as precious, and we were able to, wait until we were married. So if you are picking up what I'm putting down and you want this for yourself, but you're not really sure where to start, the first step towards your feminine influence is tapping into your sacred beauty. This is God's royal artistry sketched in you. And I have created a free tool to help you in your sacred beauty journey. You can go in the description box to get it or get it over here and get the checklist so you can start cultivating habits to become the powerful and feminine woman that the man of your dreams wants to be seen with, known by, and married to. I'm Monique Head, and if you want to be a head turner, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you next week in the next video. Take care and God bless.